Hi everyone and welcome to a 30-minute flow. So for today's class we are going to be moving around the mat, so almost in a bit of a mandala as we go round. We're going to be working fluid breath, fluid motion. I am filming outside, so I'm hoping you're going to have the lovely noises of the birds and the bees, but if we get anything else I apologise, but hopefully it will be quite nice. So when we're ready, we're actually going to get started with today's class in a child's pose. So if you all want to come forwards, and it's your choice whether you want to take a wide leg or a narrow leg, whatever works for you. So either knees together, arms reaching out in front, forehead down to the mat, or you can take those knees wide, take a bit more of a hip opening and drop down. So wherever you are, just taking the first couple of minutes of practice to allow the body to ground. Option also, if you've got a bolster that you like to lie over, that's a brilliant variation to take. And from here, I just ask that we find a little bit more ease in the body. So we've got that reach, fingertips reaching long out in front. Wherever you are, just try to draw those elbows back towards you. Just releasing through the hands and allowing the body to find space through the shoulders. Staying with the breath here. Noticing if it's long or short, and just welcoming it in, whichever it is. Slow breaths in through the nose. Maybe releasing them out through the mouth. Finding that release. Noticing all of the parts of the body that are connected down to the earth, to the mat. And then maybe just starting to find a gentle flow from side to side. Maybe the head stays down and it's just the body that finds that movement. Or maybe the head lifts and you find that roll through the neck as well as you go. Keeping the eyes closed here, not worrying too much about how it looks, more about how it feels. So ask the body what it needs, respond through your movements. And then when you're ready, taking the forehead back down, reaching those arms out long, just taking a nice side stretch. So walking those fingertips over to the right first. Maybe you lift the head up and then place it back down. Finding a nice stretch out through that left side body. So you inhale, lifting the head, walking the hands back through center and then taking them over to the left. The fingers reach long and then head comes down, forehead to the mats. Noticing the expansion through the back here as you inhale. Inhale, that space in the back grows bigger. You find that stretch through the right hand side of the body. And then when you're ready, walking your hands back through center. And then working yourselves forwards. So coming into tabletop, if the knees were in a wide leg position, just taking them back. So hips stacked above knees, shoulders stacked above wrists. And from here, just working through some cat-cow. So starting off with the inhale, we drop the belly, lift the head. Exhale, roll through that back. Find a dome through the back, drop the head, allow it to be heavy, release any tension through that neck. Allow it to just drop, maybe you take a shake here. Inhale, repeating that motion, belly drops, head lifts. Exhale, take it down, head drops, belly rounds. One more time, inhaling up. Exhale, dropping it round. And then from here, keeping the eyes closed, just working through some intuitive movement. So maybe you take circles with the body. Brilliant option here. Maybe it's only a small movement that you're making today. Maybe you feel the need to ground. You want to stay lower to the mat. Maybe even you want to stay in that child's pose again and you're just moving through the neck. If you're taking circles, making sure you're going in the opposite direction as well. Rolling forwards and back. Maybe you're padding out through the hands as well. So maybe when you're up here, you're taking those fingertips out to the sides. Finding a gentle rock from side to side here. Maybe taking fingertips towards you. Finding that stretch through the forearms, allowing the body to drop back slightly, finding that space. Wherever you are, a couple more seconds here, eyes closed, to take what you need. So whatever the body needs is welcome here. Everything is welcome here. Lovely. And then everybody, when you come back through neutral, just starting to tuck under those toes and lifting the hips up, drawing them back, coming to find your first downward dog of the day. It might be that you still need that movement here. Maybe a pedal out through the feet. Maybe you're dropping the elbows down, opposite elbows to opposite knees. Whatever works for you. Maybe you already have found that stillness. Maybe that's where the body is calling for. Just want to stay here. Feet grounded down, fingertips grounding out, down, feeling into your earth, into the mat beneath you. Everyone taking a releasing breath here in through the nose. Release out through the mouth. Let it all go. And then slowly start to walk those feet towards the hands. Baby steps here, super slowly. Knees will start to bend as the feet come to the wrists. And when you get to here, just dropping that weight into the feet, releasing the hands, taking hands to opposite elbows. Just hanging here in our forward folds. Allowing the head to drop down, keeping a nice bend in the knees. Maybe you want to straighten slightly, just taking what you need. And again, maybe you find stillness, maybe you find movement. Ebb and flow. From here, then just releasing the hands down. And slowly starting to roll up. So legs start to straighten. Shoulders and head and neck come last. So just see how slowly you can go. There's no rush here to be fast. As you rise up, standing tall in our Tadasana, shoulders roll back. Find that space. Feel your shoulder blades moving down the back. From here, just taking a big breath in. Taking the arms up as you inhale. Gazing up to the sky as if you're stretching first thing in the morning, find that extra reach. Exhale, draw the hands down through heart center, palms together. Inhale, sweep them up again. Taking a side stretch, right hand comes around left wrist. We take a stretch over to the right. Opening up through that left side body, finding that space. Inhale, come back through center. Exhale, switch over hands, left hand around right wrist, stretch over to the left. Opening through the right side body. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, slowly starting to forward fold again, finding that Uttanasana, nice bend through the knees. Take a second to hang here. Next inhale, we sweep the right arm up towards the sky, straighten through the right leg, bend through the left. Gazing up, reaching the fingertips. Exhale, come down, right hand grounds. As we inhale, the right leg bends, left leg straightens, left arm reaches up. Gaze to the hands, find that opening through the chest, through the heart space. Exhale, draw it down. As we inhale, we find a halfway lift, hands come to the shins, gazes forwards. Exhale, plant the fingertips down, step the feet back to our plank, dropping through the knees, untucking the toes, lowering the belly down to the mats. Inhale as we lift the head, lift the chest, find baby cobra. Exhale, push down through those fingertips, tuck under the toes, roll it back, downward facing dog. From our down dog, taking just a moment of pause. And then as we inhale, we take right foot up towards the sky. Three-legged dog, nice straight hips here, shoulders grounding down. No opening for the moment. And then as we go, we sweep that right leg forwards, bring knee to nose. Take a pause here, feet active, we're on the toes. And then the right foot comes out towards the left side of the mat. We ground through the right hand as we inhale, left arm sweeps up. We come onto the back foot a little bit more, find that opening. Fallen triangles, you can keep that arm in that cactus or maybe extend out. Pause here. And then exhale, take the hand back down, ground. We come onto the back toes, knee to nose for just a second. And then step it back, find that downward facing dog again. So reset, find your spacing. Nice releasing breath in through the nose, out through the mouth, and then coming to find that on the opposite side. So as we inhale, left leg comes up this time. Straight shoulders, straight hips. The leg's not going to get too high. We're not finding that rotation yet, just keeping it straight. Inhale, roll it forwards, knee to nose. As we exhale, that foot comes out towards the right side of our mat. We ground through the left hand, inhale, right arm comes up, find that opening. Fallen triangle. Maybe we have a cactus of the arms, or maybe the arm extends. Inhale here. Exhale, take the hand down, draw it back, find that knee to nose, and then step it back, downward facing dog. Taking a second here with some spinal rolls, maybe you find stillness, or maybe you come with me. As we inhale, we come up onto the toes, roll it forwards. Exhale, drop through the knees, push it back. Just 2 more of these. Inhale, roll it forwards. Exhale, back. 1 more in your own time, roll it forwards. And back on the exhale. From here, we're going to start to move through our mandala. We inhale, right leg comes up again. Straight hip for the moment. Option to stay here, or I invite you to find that open hip. So we bend through that right leg, and that knee opens out to the side. So we find that rotation, knee opening out to the right, open through the hip. Lovely. As we inhale, draw it forwards again, knee to nose. Coming to find that forward triangle again. So right foot goes to left side of the mat, ground through the right hand, inhale, left arm sweeps up and over. Find that opening, gaze up towards the sky. Breathe here, find a breath. Then we extend that left arm so it reaches long. We just see if we can drop ourselves down. So we're coming into a wide leg variation, facing kind of the corner of our mats. Taking a breath here, inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, draw the hands down through heart center, palms together. And slowly start to walk, fingers forwards. Coming into a forward fold, but we're not going too far here, keeping a nice straight back. Feet remain active, so flex through the feet. No need to come all the way down, just as far as you can go. Nice straight back. Inhale, come up. Walk the hands towards you. And then we take a side stretch. Right hand comes behind right leg. We inhale, left arm flies up and over. Find that side stretch. Maybe the hand reaches the foot and it can hold onto the toe. Maybe it's staying up into the air. You're keeping the chest a little bit more open. Maybe even a cactus of the arm stays here. Inhale, come up, change sides. Left hand grounds behind, left leg. Inhale, right arm flies up and over. Option to come all the way down, maybe fingers find the toes, or keep that opening through the chest, gazing up. Maybe you find a cactus with the arms and stay there. Inhale to rise up. Right leg comes forwards now, so we're going to take right knee on top of left knee, so half Gamakasana, cow facing. And breathing here, flexing through the foot. This might already be quite a deep stretch for you here, so option to stay and pause with this, or if you'd like to, inhale, taking the arms up. Taking a slight twist over towards the right hand side, taking hands down and then walking fingertips forwards, finding that forward fold. As these fingertips reach forwards, just allow the head to drop here. So any tension, any pressure that there might be in the neck, allow the head to just hang heavy in between. So the option is to not come down, keep the arms straight, fingers holding down, drop the head. Inhale as we walk the fingers back towards us, lift up. Lovely. We uncross the legs here. And we're going to come into a side plank, Vashisthasana, left foot coming down. So left hand comes down behind you. So we inhale, right arm sweeps up, left foot grounds, coming to find that side plank. Option to take left knee down to support you if you need. Lots of variations here. And then from this side plank, we're going to pick up that right leg and walk it towards the front of our mat. So you'll take right hand down to help you swivel towards the front. You come onto the back toes. So we inhale, we come up, find a high lunge. Breathe here, inhale, reach tall. Exhale, maybe you find that cactus, back bend, gaze to the sky. Inhale, taking those arms up, taking them down to frame the foot. Drop the back knee down, untuck the back toe, finding that low lunge, hands down to help you, almost like a runner's lunge. From here, we're going to undulate. So option to stay here, to straighten through that front leg, flex the front foot, take the head down as if we're finding a half split. Inhale, bend through the front knee, come forwards. Exhale, take it back, straighten the front leg. Inhale, forwards, runner's lunge. One more time, take it back. And forwards. And then we're going to tuck under the back toes, lift up, take the hands down, ground them, fingertips grounding, step the foot back to that plank, and then roll it back, downward facing dog. Option to stay here. Option to take your vinyasa if you want to roll forwards, come through chaturanga or knees and chest. Or option to just go straight to a child's pose, whichever feels good for you. Inhaling if you're coming through your vinyasa, baby cobra or up dog. Exhale, roll it back, downward facing dog. Everybody taking a second here to pause wherever you may be. And then come back to a down dog if you're in child's. And coming to work the other side. So this time left leg sweeps up. Straight hips, straight arms to start off with. And then we bend through that left knee. And left knee maybe rotates out to the left. We find that opening through the hip space. Breathe here. Next inhale, left knee draws to nose. Pause here. And then left foot comes out towards the right. We find that fallen triangle, left arm grounds, right arm sweeps up and out. Cactus to start off with the arm gazing up. And then we reach it out to the side, find that little bit of extension here. And we drop down, finding that wide leg variation. Again, inhale to come up, arms reach high. Exhale, palms together, hands through heart center and Jali Mudra. And then we walk those fingertips down in front of us, finding a forward fold here, but again, nice straight back, so only going as far as you can. Pause here, breathe. Lovely. Lifting up slightly, using those fingers to help you. Finding the side stretch, so left hand comes down behind left foot. We inhale, right arm comes up and over. Again, maybe it's hand to foot, or maybe it's keeping an open chest. Find that cactus. Inhale, coming up, changing sides. Right hand grounding behind right foot. Left arm sweeping up and over. Find the variation that works for you here. Play, be explorative. Maybe it's that you stay up slightly on the hand. Maybe it's coming down to the forearm. Maybe it's the cactus. Whatever it is, find out what works for you. Allow yourself to be playful, to be explorative. Inhale, coming back up through center. This time we're going to find our Gamakasana. So left knee is going to come on top of right knee. Option again to stay here. This can already be quite a deep stretch, so we're flexing through that foot. Inhale, arms reach up, find the length. Exhale, finding a slight twist over to the right. And then we take the hands down, walk fingertips forwards, and with the fingertips forwards we drop the head, allow that tension to release. Staying with the breath here. In and out. Slowly walking the hands back, rising up. Uncrossing those legs, using the hands to help you if you need. Right hand grounds down behind us. We're going to find that side plank. So left arm sweeps up as we lift, coming onto the knife edge of the feet. Option to stay here, gazing to the hands, or maybe you take that right knee down for some supports. Whatever variation works for you, your practice today. Knowing that what works today might not have worked yesterday, might not work tomorrow. So just focusing on the now. And then we pick up the left foot, left arm comes towards the mat, left foot comes down. Take a second to ground yourself if you've come off the mat slightly. Inhale, coming up, find that high lunge. Reaching tall. As we exhale, we cactus those hands, gaze up, find a small back bend here. Inhale, coming back through center, taking the hands down, framing the foot, dropping back knee down, untucking back toes in that runner's lunge, fingertips down. Inhale here, lift the chest. Exhale, straighten the front leg, flex the foot up, half splits. Inhale, working forwards. Inhale, taking it back. Flex the foot. Inhale, forwards. Exhale, fingertips still down, take it back, half splits. Lovely. Work it forwards, ground down through the hands and the fingertips, tuck under, right back toes, step the left foot back to that plank. Option to take your vinyasa or come straight to a downward facing dog, your choice. Inhale, baby cobra or up dog. Exhale, tuck under the toes, roll it back. Everybody meeting in this downward facing dog, taking a nice releasing breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. Let it all go, drop the knees, narrow leg child's pose, untuck the toes, take the hips back, forehead comes down to the mats. Again, just releasing those hands here, so maybe you take those hands, you take them behind you, palms facing up. The idea of surrender, releasing through the shoulders as well. Maybe you find stillness, or maybe it's a small rock from side to side. Slowly starting to rise up, lifting the head. Coming up to kneeling. Just resetting through that back. Just taking left hand towards right knee, inhaling, right arm comes behind you. Exhale, maybe you take the gaze behind you as well. Small twist here. And then both hands come over towards the left, find a slight counter twist. As we lift up through center, right hand finds left knee. We inhale, find that length. Exhale, find the twist. Left hand's behind you, maybe the gazes as well. Inhale here. And come back through center, both hands coming over to the right. Take it down, slight counter twist. And then coming back through center. Taking the legs out in front. And coming to lie on our backs. With our backs down on the mat, just drawing the knees into the chest, taking the arms around the knees, finding a hug here. Just taking a second here as you inhale, give everything a squeeze, turning everything on, maybe the head comes into the knees. Exhale, release. Take the hands down. We're just going to come into some supine twists. Reset through the spine. So either taking those arms into cactus or out into a T shape, depending on how much space you've got. Using the toes to just take the hips over to the right slightly, drawing the knees into the chest and then dropping the knees over to the left. Head comes over to the right. And just taking a second here to release. Slower, softer, steadier as we start to wind down. So if the eyes aren't already closed, just finding a moment now to close them down. Allow the body to relax, reset. Staying with the breath. Noticing if in these longer poses the mind starts to wander slightly. always just bringing it back to the sensations in the body. Inhale as we come back through center, knees drawing into the chest again. Take a second to just reset. Maybe you take the toes down, lift the hips and just take them over to the left this time. Knees come into the chest and then you drop them over to the right. Head changes as well, so head comes over to the left. Keeping the eyes closed here. Shoulders grounded down. And just seeing if you can allow the body to really melt into the mat. So instead of activating, just allowing release. So maybe we check over the body here. Just take a scan from your toes all the way to your head. Is there anywhere where we can release that little bit more? Really nice. Drawing those knees back into the chest. Taking feet a little bit wider than hip distance apart as we come through center, and then just dropping the knees over to the right and over to the left a couple of times, moving between the two. Finding that space in the groin and the hips. And then taking the legs out, dropping the feet to the sides. Taking palms facing down into the ground. And if you could do something to make yourself just a little bit more comfortable here. Maybe it's a wiggle through the fingers, a wiggle through the toes. I invite you to do so now. Just find that comfortable spot, a little bit of movement before we find stillness. Maybe you just pick up the shoulders and find space for them a little bit more. Maybe if you're at home and you're not doing this on such a sunny day, maybe it's a little bit cold, you grab an extra layer, a blanket, some socks. Whatever it is that you need. Find your release here. Like before, if the mind is wandering, just drawing it back to the breath, drawing it back to the practice. Shutting down, allowing the body to melt down into the floor. And knowing that these moments in Shavasana are probably the most important parts of our practice. When we have that time to truly just do nothing, nothing to do here, nowhere to be. Just allow that release. And if you've got those palms down, maybe just flipping them up now. That sign of surrender. Option to stay here for longer, or if you want to finish your practice now with me, slowly on your next inhale, finding a wiggle through the fingertips, a wiggle through the toes, gentle movement. And then in your own time, slowly rolling over onto one side, whichever feels comfortable. No rush here. And then using the hands, keeping the eyes closed to bring you up to seated, comfortable seated position. Maybe cross-legged, maybe just legs out in front, wherever it is. Bringing palms together at heart center, and just dropping the head. Taking a moment to say thank you here for finding the time to practice, to say thank you to yourselves for finding that time to roll out the mat. And also a massive thank you to all of those teachers who came before us, bringing us such a beautiful and amazing practice. As we inhale, slowly fluttering open the eyes, lifting the head, releasing those hands down, coming back to the room. Thank you everyone so much for practicing with me today, and I hope you enjoyed that flow. There are plenty more videos on YouTube. If you want to hit subscribe, I upload quite regularly and lots of stuff over on my Instagram as well, so everything's linked in the description. So thank you, and I hope you have a lovely rest of the day.